We would like to live a modern life. What would you have us do? Siphon our fuel from the pipeline like criminals? I think most of Turkey's 50 years behind Europe, and we are 50 years behind them.
There are some villages, 1 or 2 kilometers from here. I think the pipeline went across their land.
Kadir arkadaş bu. Merhaba. Merhaba, merhaba. 500 metre.
It passed through about 500 meters from my field.
Where is the pipeline route in this area?
They've changed the pipeline route. It was to go near our village. We are all poor people. If the pipeline had gone through my land, now I would be rich.
What little compensation is on offer would never have made him rich. But that doesn't stop the poor from dreaming.
Everyone's in debt here. If the small farmers get compensated, most just repay their debts. They have their sons and daughters married. That's how they use the money. People can hardly scratch out a living from the earth here. If only the wealth from the pipeline could come back to us.
As we left, we couldn't help wondering if these disappointed expectations might sow the seeds of political hostility towards the pipeline. Certainly, Turkey is no stranger to trouble. The Kurds have long dreamt of a separate state. In 1973, a Kurdish separatist group known as the PKK set out to unite the Kurds of southern Turkey with those of northern Iraq. Fearing that its borders might be redrawn, Turkey set out to crush the uprising. An estimated 30,000 people had perished. The worst of the fighting was in the southeast. Although the pipeline skirts this volatile region, it can't avoid every Kurdish village. BTC escorted us to a Kurdish village on the route of the pipeline. BTC's community liaison officer, Shukran Kaglian, gave us the official line.
In the southern part of Turkey, there has been a conflict between PKK and Turkish government for years. But the pipeline is not passing through those areas. It's a very different place, northeast Turkey.
The village headman, the Mukhtar, seemed pleased with the pipeline.
The importance of the pipeline is that we all benefit from it. It's good for everyone. All our people are happy about it. We are like brothers. We all agree about it.
This sounded too good to be true.
Before, they said you'll get lots of money, that your fields will be valued properly. 3 of my fields were acquired for a year's rent. No worker was hired. It contributed little or nothing to the village's economy.
There are other angrier voices who speak for the Kurds. One night, we arranged to meet Gungor Alp, a member of the main Kurdish separatist party, DHAP. The Turkish government says DHAP has links with the PKK, a terrorist organization, which DHAP deny.
The reason the Baku-Ceyhan pipeline avoids the Kurdish regions is that they see the Kurds as a potential danger. As Kurds, we have no democratic rights. We have a separate language and traditions. yet we are barred from writing and reading the Kurdish language.
Yasak, Kürtçe okumak, yazmak yasak.
Turkey has refused to make any concessions to the national aspirations of the Kurds, so the PKK embarked on a war of terror.
And attacks on Turkish targets across Europe.
A series of murderous attacks led to the inevitable cycle of government retaliation and oppression. In the Turkish government's campaign against the terrorists, countless innocents have been caught in the crossfire.
Troops and planes have also besieged Kurdish rebels holed up in the mountains of southeast Turkey.
For 15 years, our people died. Villages were burned, people driven from their homes or sent into exile, their land confiscated. In 1999, a halt was called to the fighting. Presently, there is a growing danger of war, with rumors of planned assassination. If violence should emerge again, I believe the pipeline corridor will be one of the first targets to hit.
These are the rocks that we have exploded in our site, in the tank farm area. So we are transporting them here. At the end of this jetty, we will have our ships loaded.
After 5 weeks on the road, we were at the end of our journey.
We're at the end of the BTC pipeline. What we're aiming to do is to export 1 million barrels of oil a day through this terminal. To me, it fills me with excitement. In less than 18 months, we're actually going to have oil coming out of that pipeline. That's a tremendous achievement.
As these understandably proud engineers reeled off their facts and figures, the pearls of the pipeline seemed 1 million miles away.
This is a magical place to have a terminal because it's adjacent, if you look over there, to an existing terminal, and that's from the pipeline from Iraq. Currently it's not working because it's been blown up a couple of times.
The hard facts of geopolitics keep intruding. The BTC pipeline is being built to ensure that Western oil supplies will no longer depend on the violent vicissitudes of the Middle East. We have followed the pipeline through Azerbaijan, Georgia, and Turkey. It's supposed to herald a new era in energy policy. It could bring with it prosperity and stability, or it could become a target for envy and anger, a hostage to the politics of these lawless regions. The West needs the pipeline and the oil that flows through it. But as we headed home, we wondered, can it deliver?